little intro to the materials. You really do not need to go break the bank for drawing. In fact, if you just had a school pencil with a rubber on the end and a piece of paper, you're good to go. The four main categories, I would say, of things that you need are something to draw on, something to draw with, something to erase, and something to do smushy smushy. So the paper can pretty much be anything. The smoother the paper, the easier it is both to get accurate marks and erase later. The lumpier the paper, the easier it is to get nice little happy accidents. But it can be also quite difficult to both get coverage, but also quite difficult to erase, especially if the tooth is really quite significant. It's worthwhile spending a little time working out if you get precious about stuff, because it's more important to be doing some art than it is to be doing a masterpiece. It's worthwhile treating art as a conversation. So you don't spend 10 years in the wilderness and then expect to be able to go do an oration. I have a dream, I have a pencil. You just wouldn't do that. So if you treat it like a conversation, you're not that precious about a conversation, and it serves kind of the same purpose. So when you're talking, you are communicating, you are expressing what's in your mind, you're finding out what's in somebody else's mind, you're finding out what's true about the world, you're finding out what you think about the world, you're having the dialogue with a person or the piece of paper that is helping you identify if there's a mismatch between the map in your head and reality. And so at that level, it doesn't need to be a $10 piece of paper each time. It does, however, need to involve coffee. Hello, coffee. Will you be my friend? Oh, yes. Om nom. Om nom. Oh, cold coffee. Still love you. So, paper, don't get precious about it. In actual fact, I go to Life Drawing and they give us butcher's paper, which really is not, it's neither good quality paper nor will it last. It sees any light and it goes brown. But it's really nice to have art that you do does not matter and is just playing. Takes the pressure off, and annoyingly, that tends to be when we do our best work. So, in regards to the next bit, which is something to draw with, here are some examples that bad earlier. So, pencils. So we've got pencils, including retractable mechanical pencils. We've also got options that are just graphite. Graphite sorts in all of these, but some don't have any casing around them. For those of you who find the B and H system a mystery, the B and H system, the B refers to black, the H refers to hard, the number refers to how extreme. So if you've got a HB pencil, you have got the perfect balance of hard and black, which is why that was the pencil that we used to use at school for writing. So that's a writing pencil. As we go into the H's, we are off into the land of architecture. So architects will typically use 2 H's and 4 H's. So the 4 H is harder than the 2 H. If you are a watercolorist and you are annoyed by the amount of graphite your pencils leave, because once you've painted, it's not getting erased, it's worthwhile exploring a H pencil. The main thing is, if you think you're going to leave a mark comparable to a normal pencil, you are instead going to just leave a dint. So a H pencil is used very lightly. It's, as we get towards 6 H's, we are more looking like a scalpel made of graphite. they are really quite sharp and hard. As we go through the Bs, I would suggest that your B pencils, your drawing pencil really starts at a 2B, and as we go to the higher numbers, through the 4s and the 6s and to the 8s, and I found out only a year ago that they do 9Bs. How good is that? The 9Bs are really substantially black, and you'll get a good level of coverage. It's harder to do subtle shading with a 9B, but you can. So some of these are like less than $1, and some of these are maybe $10. One of my favourite tools, especially when I'm kind of filling in, are you can get these graphite sticks, which are nice and square in profile, or it was. This one is broken, not accidentally, but deliberately, because one of the things I like to be able to do is I like to be able to draw with the edge, and you can get a nice level of coverage without having put down, and you can also do a nice level of edges with this tool. If I'm using the end, it's a bit trickier. With the thing that looks like a graphite pencil, again, I'm using the edge. It's not as nom 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 as that, but it bloody well do. When I sharpen the pencils, there's more one that from earlier. When I sharpen the pencils, ideally, rather than sharpen it in a pencil sharpener, ideally I want to go for sharpening it with a scalpel, so that I've got a nice long side that I can draw with, and that way I can just gently get a level of coverage. Nom nom nom. And I save the point to the end. On the topic of points, retractable pencils are obviously the daddy when it comes to doing points.
Yeah, well, you're introducing the picture.